Hi everyone, welcome to this video review. This is on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection gender swapped Red Ranger and Yellow Ranger. So this is from the Boom comics, so I really have no idea what's going on. It could either be that Jason and Trini are sharing each other's morphers, or they swapped bodies. That's the only other thing I could think of. So you might be asking, why'd you get this if you don't even read the comics? Well, I've been a huge fan of gender swapped Power Rangers. That's been my favorite. Main reason why I enjoyed Go Cager, because we got to see a lot of male Yellow Rangers that in their female form they looked absolutely beautiful. And then we saw, although not as interesting, we got to see like some female Blue Rangers in their male form. It's so nice to see what it would have looked like as the other gender. So yeah, so I was like, you know what? We're getting a set of a female Red Ranger and a male Yellow Ranger. They look so awesome. So going for it. Plus, I love the new Trini head sculpt. We'll get into that later. Or it's actually on the back of the box we'll get into that in a little bit. So this is what the front looks like. The figures look absolutely gorgeous. We have a picture of female Red Ranger Trini and male Red Ranger, male Yellow Ranger Jason. I just don't like Jason's helmet or the Yellow Ranger's helmet because there's no neck there and it just looks so weird without a neck. And on the far left, we have an illustration of Yellow and Red Ranger. So on the bottom there we have Mighty Morphin Red Ranger Trini, and it says Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger Jason, and on top, just above it, it says Boom Comics. And yeah, so it's got the different sides. It says in black ink, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, in a yellowish green backdrop. And then we have another picture of yellow and red right there. It looks really cool. We have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo. Honestly, I can't tell if that's the new logo. I think it is the new logo since they did change it. But at first glance, I thought it was the old logo. And it says Mighty Morphin Red Ranger Trini, Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger Jason. And on the back here, we have another close-up picture of red and yellow. They look really nice. And on the side there, we have a picture of red and yellow, and it shows all the accessories that it comes with. I guess because they had to get rid of the windows and make windowless boxes, they had to show what the accessories are that they come with. And I'm nervous for these windowless boxes because windowless boxes means that we cannot see the paint defects that the figure might be coming with. At least with the window boxes, we can choose which figure we want to get because we can see what the paint defects are. But I really hope like Hasbro would not have too many of these because yeah, like especially with these special release collections, if you get a figure with a paint defect, it's kind of hard to find another one. It's just gonna be such a hassle. So yeah, so that's what the boxes look like. And it's weird. While I love Trini on red, Jason just looks really weird on yellow. It just does not look, because I guess I'm so used to him being red and gold that it just looks weird, him as a Yellow Ranger. But then Trini looks good as red, so I don't know what the logic behind that is with my thinking. So yeah, so that's the box art there, and I don't know if I showed you this one here. And yeah, so that's basically the barcode and the pricing. I got this from GameStop Canada. I'll get into that when I talk about pricing. So let's open this box. So this is what it looks like, and there's one side that I already did remove the tape because I didn't know how annoying it would be to take the tape out. Open the box like so, and then you slide it out. Let's set this box down. this is what we're left with. So it looks like the accessories and the figures are wrapped up in this thin tissue. So let me actually try to remove these. And they honestly did not make it easy to get these figures out. Guessing these are the accessories. I guess I was doing it the wrong way. Let's get rid of that. So let's get the figures out. So here's something different. They actually have their human, the civilian heads on. So that's what Jason looks like. Let me bring him up close so you guys can see. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't need to shake my camera there. Come on. No, you can do it. This camera is just too much sometimes. So I'm just trying to get my camera to focus. It's not, I don't know why it doesn't, let me see if I can go up close and maybe full focus. Sometimes it does it on its own, sometimes it's very finicky. It's supposed to work when you tap on it. I guess it doesn't, there we go, it kind of worked, but it went back to being annoying. So one thing I noticed about this Jason here is that his lips, I really wish it would focus. Come on, man, focus. Okay, so I guess my camera is not going to cooperate today. So one thing I noticed, it's a little bit hard to tell because the camera is not focusing, is that Jason has dark lips. I don't know why that is. I don't know if they changed the race of Jason, or even his skin is slightly bit, very slightly tan. So I don't know if this is a Jason from an alternate universe, or but we're gonna be here all day. So from far away you can kind of tell, but if I bring it up close, there we go. I think I have to do it slowly. Do it slow so the camera can adjust. Yeah, as you can tell, he has darker lips. Even his hair looks darker. So yeah, this is what the male Yellow Ranger looks like. And also it works out too, because if you want to have a Jew Ranger team, you have like a male yellow. I mean, you can't of course use the civilian heads, but you could use the Ranger heads and have a Jew Ranger team. So that's red. Let me get into yellow. This is what the female Red Ranger looks like. I love Trini's short hair. I love it. It looks so nice, and I love that we have a variation of Trini. And that's female red. So move this out of the way. Even my camera is also being slow. That's another annoying part. So let me just pull out all the accessories. I don't know what's going on here. So here are yellow's accessories. So here's the helmet of yellow. Right away I can tell the helmet seems like it's a little bit bigger for the male body. It comes with these two accessories for the daggers. These are just the recycled accessories. I'm pretty sure Yellow Ranger male or the female Yellow Ranger came with these same accessories. It comes with these two daggers. The same daggers that you get with the other Yellow Rangers. It's impressive. They actually gave the blade blaster in 3 different modes. So we have the regular gun. It's in holster mode and blade mode. Let me just put the accessories next to them. Oh, and also comes with these 2 additional hands. Both of them are just fists. So let me just organize the little accessories so it looks better. I'm impressed that Hasbro actually went all out and gave all the different accessories. I hope this means that they're stepping their game up. And finally for Trini, let's see what I'm really excited to see what the helmet looks like. Oh, awesome. It's actually a painted Jason helmet. I love it. It looks amazing. I do apologize. My camera is lagging. I do not know why. So if you guys are most likely aware, when they did release the Red Ranger, they did not paint the middle lower half there. So I'm not sure why they did that, but this head looks really awesome, but unfortunately it's the same size as a male head, so hopefully it doesn't look huge on the Trini figure. So she comes with the same accessories. Only difference is that you get the power sword in the place of the daggers, and you have this effect piece right there. Sorry, let me just move this out of the way. There's anything else there. And she comes with one different hand, which is this one here. I like these hands because they're useful, because while it's also a karate chop hand, it also works as a hand for the figures to hold the helmet. So that's the accessories for Trini. So one thing I noticed with this Red Ranger figure, which I don't really care for, is that where the joints are, right here and also on the elbows, the red is a darker color, versus the rest of the Ranger figure. That's pretty much it. Everything else seems to be okay. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. And I must say, out of the packaging, they look pretty decent. I love the new Trini head. I like that we finally got a completely painted Red Ranger helmet. And the male and female Red and Yellow Rangers look pretty amazing. So yeah, that's the accessories. So here I have the Ranger figures with their helmets on, and honestly I'm so happy I did this off camera. It was really hard getting these helmets on. I have no idea why. I don't know if the holes on the helmets are smaller or what it is. I was actually getting angry putting these helmets on. Like, I shouldn't have taken that much effort. I was actually like forcing it in. I was so scared I was gonna break it. So this is what they look like. Yellow looks really cool, but red looks horrible. The helmet is in fact oversized. and the body is petite, so it looks really weird. It almost looks like a human version of those bobble figures. You don't know, I think it's called bobble, the ones with those huge heads and tiny bodies. Like, yeah, no, it just looks so horrible. So that's what them look like. Their articulation are pretty much standard. Let me just show you guys. The arms, you can move it side to side, up, down. It has elbow articulation. The gloves move. You can rotate the arms as well. The heads you can kind of move, and then there's chest articulation. I'm very disappointed in the head. You guys can really tell like how big the helmet is compared to the rest of the body. And the legs too, you can move it from side to side, up, down. There's 360 articulation. There's double jointed on the knees, and even the boot you can move around. So pretty standard like articulation. Yellow is the same articulation. Up, down, side to side. And you can widen the chest. That's a pretty standard articulation for the lightning figures. It's weird, they went through the trouble of making a big helmet for the male yellow, but they kept the same size for female red, which makes no sense because you're telling me you wanted to enlarge in the size of the helmet so the head does not look too small on the male body, but you're okay with the enlarged helmet on the petite female body. How does that even work? But unfortunately, that's what they look like. I can show you guys them holding their accessories. Here's the power sword. And I'll show you like a comparison with their counterparts. That's female red holding the power sword. It's funny, the power daggers already look small on female yellow. On male yellow, it will just look even worse. Sorry, bear with me here as I get the weapons on. Sometimes their gloves are so small it's like impossible to get on. You know what, whatever, I'm just gonna have the one dagger on there. I'm struggling to get the other one on. I don't want to waste video time trying to get that one on. So that's what they look. You know what, the one dagger is actually bothering me. I thought it wouldn't. There we go. I almost got it on there. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Honestly, they did a great job with yellow. It's amazing. Red is just such a disappointment. Maybe over time I'll get used to the big, huge head. So that's what yellow and red look like. And they pretty much recycled the same weapons from the original figures. There's really no difference. What I'm most impressed is that they gave us the 3 different versions of the Blade Blaster. Like, I was shocked. Because they're very inconsistent, because some figures didn't come with the blade mode, only the gun mode, and some figures came with both modes. So it's like, okay, cool, for once he gave us all 3 modes. Anyways, yeah, so that's their articulation and the figures holding the weapons. So here's a comparison shot of the 2 Red Rangers and the 2 Yellow Rangers. So the new Yellow Ranger, the male version, the yellow is kind of lighter, and the helmet is different because on the female version, the visor doesn't extend as far back as the male version. So let me actually show you guys side by side comparison so you guys can see. So, sorry, so the male version doesn't extend as far back as the female version. And the helmet seems to be the same size. I honestly thought it was bigger. But definitely this yellow is a lighter shade, the male version. So yeah, disregard everything I said about the helmet, but there are like minor differences. Like, for instance, the nose is a little bit longer here, and the visor is not as extended as this one here. So here are both male and female Red Rangers and male and female Yellow Rangers. And please disregard the helmet on Red Ranger because it was my poor attempt at trying to paint the top and lower half because they didn't have it silver, so I tried my best to get it painted. So that's the best I could do. That's why it looks a bit warped compared to female Red. So the helmets on, I'm not going to compare Red Ranger's helmets because they did a very poor job by not completing the paint details, so it's not even worth comparing. But for Yellow, right away what I noticed is the male Yellow Ranger helmet is a little bit more flatter on the front versus the female version, which is more curved, and the nose on the helmet protrudes out a little bit more. And the yellow shade on the male Yellow Ranger is more lighter, and the red on the body of the Red Ranger is more darker than the legs and the hands, while the female Red Ranger supports a lighter red, just the joints are darker. And I lied earlier, I thought the helmet was bigger on the male Yellow Ranger, but if you look at it side by side, actually no, the helmet is actually bigger, it's more wider. So yeah, no, I did not lie, it's actually a little bit bigger. When I have the human heads on, I will show you guys a comparison. Just right now, I don't want to tamper with the helmet, it's so hard to get on, but I do want to show you guys a team shot of all the different Rangers. So that's what they look like. And for some reason, on this Yellow Ranger, the feet are very or the legs are very loose, I don't know why. That's why he looks a bit awkward compared to the other figures.